Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Bianca, and on today's video I'll be sharing with you guys the truth about setting boundaries. We hear about setting boundaries all the time, how important it is for us to have boundaries, how healthy it is for us, and how it protects us from people that use us, people that try to take from what we have without reciprocating and so forth. So if you're currently doubting the boundaries that you have, if you're currently feeling like maybe this boundary is not necessary, maybe I'm overreacting, maybe I'm being sensitive, this video is for you. Now let's get into the video. The truth about setting boundaries is that whenever you set a boundary, it doesn't always feel comfortable. And just because it doesn't feel comfortable doesn't mean that it's wrong, you shouldn't be doing it. Sometimes, doing new things doesn't always feel comfortable, and the reason why you even get to a point where you feel like you need to have this boundary is because you realize that it's important. You realize that you need to have this boundary so that you can be healthy, so that you can protect your mental health, so that you can protect your assets, so that you can just protect your well-being. So when you feel like, okay, it's a bit awkward, I feel a bit uncomfortable saying no, it's not a bad thing. Doing something new is not always comfortable. Growth is not always comfortable. And this happens mostly when you're from a dysfunctional family situation where you were never taught to stand up for yourself. You were never taught to speak up for yourself, to have a voice. And each and every time you asked questions, each and every time you didn't agree with something, you were made to feel like you're being disrespectful, you're not agreeable, you're being disobedient. And over time, you just learn to believe that in order for you to be loved, to be accepted, you need to be accommodating. You always need to be agreeable. You always need to do as you're told. And that can make it very hard for you to set boundaries because you're constantly operating from a place of people pleasing. You always want to people please. You always want to put other people first. So the moment you start putting yourself first, you're going to start feeling like maybe I'm being selfish, maybe I'm being this because of the environment you're coming from. So that doesn't always mean that you're wrong. That discomfort that you're feeling is just growth. It's just proof that you're doing something new. And sometimes setting boundaries doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. All right? So you're not on the wrong track. You're not doing something wrong. Another thing is that your boundaries will most certainly trigger a reaction from other people. And sometimes it's negative. Just because there's resistance, just because people don't agree with your boundaries, does not mean that that boundary should not be there. That boundary should not exist. Resistance doesn't always mean you're going in the wrong direction. Sometimes people reacting to your boundaries is all about what they are losing from you saying no. It's not about you being mean or you being a bad person. If your boundary causes them to lose something of value to them, something that they're gaining from you, obviously they're gonna be triggered by it. They're gonna be offended by it. They're not gonna like it because it now limits the access. If it's access, it now limits the benefits that they're getting from you. They won't be able to get the things that they used to get from you. And that should tell you, take it as information, that reveals who they are to you and what they see you as and how much they value you. If you saying no is taken as something that's negative, or they just triggered by your boundaries because they're no longer benefiting, use that as information and let it be. Take it as it is and do not internalize their feedback. Do not internalize the whatever comments that they will make. Do not allow them to gaslight you into completely doing away with that boundary and be like, oh, maybe I'm just overreacting. Because remember, you wouldn't have that boundary. You wouldn't even think of that boundary if it was not necessary. So the response that you're getting from people, the negative response, the backlash, sometimes it's them reacting because they will stop benefiting. They realize that you now, having self-worth, you having boundaries will now limit what they used to have, and they do not want that because they want to continue benefiting. And the day you realize your worth, and the day you realize that, oh, I can say no, they don't like that, because it puts them at a disadvantage. It means that they will stop getting the things that they used to get from you, and they don't want you to be that way. They want to keep getting what they want from you. They don't want any accountability. They don't want to reciprocate. They don't want any no. They just want to get what they want whenever they want. And if they're reacting negatively to your boundaries, then it tells you more about them. And it's actually a blessing in disguise. All right? Thirdly, setting boundaries will cost you people. Some people will move away from you because your boundaries no longer serve them. Your boundaries cost them things that they're getting from you, and now that you say no, they're no longer getting the things that they would like to get from you, and therefore you're no longer useful in their lives. You no longer have value. You have nothing to add. So because of that, they move away from you. They start distancing themselves from you because your boundaries do not work for me. Let it go. Let it be. Do not now erase that boundary or be like, yeah, maybe it's not necessary because you want to keep these people. Because what will happen is that you'll keep pouring and pouring. You'll keep allowing them to do what they're doing, and you will have resentment. Over time, you will resent them and lose them anyway. And most importantly, you're gonna lose yourself. You are gonna lose yourself because you constantly will have to perform in front of them. You'll be afraid to say no, and that will affect how you show up. You'll no longer be showing up as your authentic self. You will be performing for people. You will be doing things that you think they want because you cannot afford to say no. You don't want to lose them. Never allow yourself to keep people or to keep friendships and relationships at the expense of your mental health. If your boundary is causing them to feel like, you know what, I want to distance myself, I'm moving away from you, let it be, let it go. Some people come into our lives for a season, and you do not keep people around by, betraying yourself, by putting your mental health at risk. In fact, it's a blessing for them to walk away. If your boundary no longer works for them, if they feel like, now that you have this boundary, I don't see any value in us being friends and us being in a relationship, that is okay. Let it go. All right? Let it go. And I assure you, the moment you start, showing up as your authentic self, setting healthy boundaries, you'll be able to attract the right people in your life, the type of people that will pour into you as much as you're pouring into them. And I assure you, you will be more happy, more fulfilled, more content. So do not hold on to things that drain you, people that drain you. There is a time for everything. There's a time to let go, and there's a time to receive. And if that time comes where you have to let go, where your boundaries are costing you people, let it go. Boundaries are not there to chase away people, but they will most certainly chase away people and things that are not meant to be in your life in that season, for that season. Especially if you are stepping into a new season, you're becoming someone new, you are changing your ways, you want to be a better person, you want to show up differently. If people are helping you by removing themselves from you, take it as a blessing. All right? You are not crazy for having those boundaries. Those boundaries are important. Boundaries are healthy. Boundaries protect you. And it is completely healthy to feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, because you've been operating from a place of people pleasing for a long time. You were taught to put other people first. And sometimes when you start prioritizing yourself, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel easy. But that should not stop you. Continue doing it. Boundaries are not hard to set, but they are hard to maintain. All right? Be firm on them, stick by them, validate yourself, self-parent yourself. And if you need to speak to someone, if you feel like you cannot trust anyone, you just don't trust the people around you and stuff like that, there's an app called Kina Health. Download this app. You'll have access to professional mental health, professionals that will help you unpack, that will help you deal and cope with what's happening to you. Consultation is under 250, and it's very easy to use. The app is very easy to use. It's virtual. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just download the app, set the consultation, and have the session anywhere, in your room, anywhere you prefer. It's online, very easy, very convenient. So please do take care of yourself, your mental health. There are resources, there are people that will love you, that will support you. But in order for you to attract these people, you also need to become that person, that healthy person. All right? Don't take it personal when people react negatively to your boundaries. Don't remove those boundaries. It is not a mistake. Continue, stand firm on them, and everything will be fine. Everything will work out. I see you. I can relate to what you're going through 100%, and I assure you there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. All right? I'm sending you all the love, all the healing, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.